Hey everyone, this is Roger with True Method Pool Care, and we make you the pool care expert. In this video, we're going to give you a tip on what we actually teach our own team, our pool techs in the field. So as they arrive on property, we want them to get in the habit of remembering the term water, W-A-T-E-R. And what this means, and it will help you out just remembering that, is the following. What does the W mean in water? Well, what it means is when we teach our team to come out, take a look at the water level, and you want your water level to be halfway up your skimmer. Too low means you might have a problem, or it probably does mean you have a problem, and too high means you have a problem. And we'll show in other videos how to diagnose those problems. But what we want to teach you today is just how to identify if you do have a problem. So, or maybe you don't have a problem and it's at the proper level and all good. So in our acronym WATER, W means water. Next letter is A in our acronym of water, and A stands for air. What you want to do is you want to turn your system on and let it run for about 3 to 4 minutes. And then the water returning to the pool, you want to see if there's any air bubbles returning, just like this. Now, for the sake of this video, I manipulated it so you can see what's going on. But if you have air bubbles returning, that means you have an air leak in your system. It's important to recognize this because an air leak can cause damage to your motor, not right away, but over time, that air issue is going to create a problem where you're going to have to either do a repair or a pump replacement. So again, we have WA for air / air bubbles. So the next word in our acronym of water is T, and that stands for timer / time clock. And we have 2 points on that. One is to make sure, take a look at your time on your pump. Now this is a variable speed, and right here up to the right, it says 9 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but you want to make sure that is the correct time of day. It is 9 o'clock here in Phoenix and Scottsdale, and the pump says 9 o'clock. The reason that this is important is because if your time clock is off, your pump could be going on your high peak times. So now you're spending more money during high peak times because it's very expensive to run during those times. So you want to make sure that time of day is set correctly. And if you have an intermatic time clock like this one right here, the round dial, this silver pointer right here is actually your time of day. And actually this one is actually off because it's 9 o'clock. So pull out, adjust, set for 9, and then also check to make sure our run times are between 12 and 14 hours. And on your variable speed, make sure as well. Some people want to save money during summertime and have their time clock run less, 6 to 8 hours. And you are saving money on your energy, but you're going to spend 2 to 3 times the amount on getting your pool back to clarity when it turns green. So run that time clock, run your pool for 12 to 14 hours a day, and that'll help you as you maintain the clarity of your pool. So T is for timer. Make sure the time of day is correct, and make sure you're running 12 to 14 hours a day here during summer. So our next letter is E, which stands for equipment. And what we tell our techs in the field is E. And equipment means look, listen, and observe. So turn your system on, look around to see if you see any air leaks, see if debris needs to be cleared from the motor, listen to the motor to see if it sounds healthy, and observe. Observe your PSI gauge. Your PSI gauge will give you an indication if your filter needs to be cleaned or backwashed. If the PSI is low, you might have an issue with your system somewhere. So again, we're just teaching you what to look for real quick. Future videos, other videos we have on how to properly diagnose the issue. The last letter of water is R, which stands for Roger. I'm kidding, actually. R is for routine. And what I mean by that is, as we have said many times before, in the summertime, especially, get a set routine and time. Saturday at 7, Wednesday at 5, whatever it is, get that set routine. But that routine also includes brushing each time, netting your pool, empty your baskets, and checking and adjusting your chemistry. Follow these tips. Again, we teach these to our team in the field, the acronym WATER. Start getting that as a second nature. And as you do that, we will continue to make you the pool care expert.